And we are back. Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. My name is Migwi, and now we move to the next segment, which is Women at the Forefront. And today we are looking at one lady who is making an impact in her community, and she's already in studio, and her name is Catherine Waweru, who is the chairperson of Wasee Wazamo, which is a CBO, which is a CBO from Jericho here within Nairobi. Karibu to the studio.
Thank you, Mike.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yes.
I'm great this morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, to start off, maybe you tell a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. I'm Catherine Jerry Waweru. A mother, semi-retired, financial advisor.
Yes.
I worked in the banks. So currently I'm consulting on financial services. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Now, you are also, you do work that inspires people. What inspires you to deal with people and give them hope that that they can make it?
Okay, maybe I can go back historically. I grew up in Jericho, in a community.
Yes.
And we were brought together by the fact that we were very close to each other. In our homes, our houses were very close. So when you'd step out into your neighbor's compound. You really had to interact. And so things like when we were growing up, we had one TV station, one TV in a neighborhood of about 20-30 houses.
Wow.
But you'd find that we would be invited to go and watch that TV.
Yes.
So you want to also just, so that you don't talk about Three Stooges then.
Yes.
Just by yourself. You want everybody to share in what you are watching. So we shared a lot of things then. And we didn't feel left out. We didn't feel like there was a class. There were people who were better than us. So that inspires me to also just continue with that spirit where people don't feel left out, like there is a class. These are the Barbies, or these are the who have it, and they have and they have not.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's about creating an environment where everybody can feel appreciated.
Yes. And
feel that they can be anything they want to be.
Yes.
Now, I'd love to know, how did the idea of Wasee Wazamo come about? Because you are looking to inspire the next generation of trailblazers using the already existing trailblazers, especially from within your ward. Okay.
It's a long story. It's a long history.
I'd love to hear it.
We would meet before, maybe one of us has lost a parent from the group we grew up in. And after that, we'd go and socialize, and would sit around, drink, make merry, be happy, just talk about the past and what we used to do, reminisce about our past. And at the end of it all, we would walk away having drunk, having eaten, and nothing, and even talk about how things are now not working where we grew up. And you walk away and you go back to your house. You meet again maybe in another occasion. You've been invited or somebody has passed on. So we really thought maybe we need to get together as a group, formalize kind of what we are doing. So we started a social group. It actually first started as a social group. It was called Wasee Wazamo Mtaani. So we formed, and we had people like Vincent Shimoli, Henry Kalinga, who we actually up to today call them admins of the group. Then after that, we again said, okay, so now we are talking a lot of things and talking, sharing, calling food kalongo, the things we used to call them when we were growing up.
The sheng at the time.
The sheng at the time. We actually, our sheng is pathetic compared to the sheng we have now. But it was the
sheng you could
thing
master then.
Yeah.
So I think it changes with time, but continue.
Yes. So we thought, okay, so how do we give back? We now, that's when we thought we can formalize it. We formed the Wazamo CBO. We came up with a constitution. I actually participated in, I was right from in its formative stage. We had an interim committee that went to the actual executive committee after we registered the CBO. We went, registered, came up with a constitution. So we can say the CBO has a rule book, and we even have bylaws that guide us what we do as a CBO. But we still maintain the bigger Wazamo forum, the social group, where you can say anything as long as it's not abusive. But yeah, that is how we came about to being. So in 2016 we registered, and we have had, I was in the first executive committee. You served for 2 years, 2 terms. So we had our first chairman. In the interim, we had Robert Wayaya, who is now in the county government in the public service sector. Then we had Morrison Wayaya as our second chairman. Then we had our third chairman, Patrick Rugo. He's a lawyer. And then now me. I served in the first executive committee as a vice chairman. Now I'm the chairman. Yeah.
Now, one of the things about being a trailblazer is overcoming a challenge and impacting the society in a positive way. What criteria do you use to identify someone that they are a trailblazer and they have done something that has impacted the society that you live within? What is the criteria that you go about? Okay,
I don't know whether we are at the place of the Jericho Hall of Fame right now or just being a trailblazer.
Being a trailblazer.
It's how you stand out, first of all, in the community and in the country as a whole, even internationally as a person, what you have achieved, where are you? What is your status currently in the community and in the country, and even how are people seeing you? How do people see you? Are you an achiever? Have you achieved? Can we say you have done ABCD? Have you, can we write something we can write home about you, you as a person? Can we name 1 or 2 or 3 things that you have done, which everybody will say is an achievement? So we look at that, and we have quite a number of them. Actually, we have very many. We have a very long list. If we were to read to you the list, you'd actually be shocked on the list that we have in our hands today.
And in your efforts of recognizing these trailblazers, is there a way that you engage the public, like the community within which that you are looking to inspire people?
Okay, maybe then I can introduce what we have. We are creating a platform. We have created one called Jericho Hall of Fame. And this, we know other Hall of Fames are specific to sports, to movie stars. So what we can say about us is we have called it Jericho Hall of Fame just to recognize our trailblazers and our Mtaa legends. So that is where we now call on the community. And we are based mostly, we work from Harambee Ward. So we call out on social media platforms, WhatsApp groups, for people to nominate and tell us who they think they are, the trailblazers are, or the Mtaa achievers are.
Besides the notable names that the group has already recognized, are there people within the community, somebody like a regular person mwenye so far you've recognized so far, and what has he or she done so far that inspires the next generation? Because we are looking at an instance where people, especially the youth, are looking for someone to look up to in terms of, let's say, all spheres of life.
Yeah, we have one. I can say there's a gentleman called Mike Nyangi, who works with the men who have been affected or infected with HIV, and we have seen him do a marvelous job on that. We also have educationists, we have teachers, we have people in the health, like our first edition, we had a doctor or a clinical officer who has treated most of us as we were growing up. I think all of us, he was serving at Jericho Health Center.
Yes.
So he's also been recognized. We have quite a number of people who, they might not make the cut, but have impacted the community, and we do recognize them in other ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how does this recognition now impact the society, especially from the area within which you come from? How does it help in creating a positive image of people, especially the youth? How does it help in creating a positive image, especially on the youth?
What I can say is, first of all, it inspires them in that these people walked the same route that I am walking, the same steps, maybe went to the same schools that I'm going to, and they made it in the same neighborhood. Nothing has changed. So you can tell them you can walk on the same steps and be an achiever. Just do whatever it is you do, but work hard. Because most of us, it's just trying to make ourselves better, live better, move up in society.
Yes.
Because everybody wants to be that other person. So it inspires them to see that this person started where I am. And I can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in an era where drug abuse, the effects of drug abuse are rampant, this goes a long way in making sure that people have hope. So the idea of Wasee Wazamo, is giving hope part of what you do?
Yeah, exactly that. It's giving hope. And like you're saying, it's not just our old neighborhood that has those challenges of drug abuse and alcoholism. You find that it's actually countrywide. But we have come, as Wasee Wazamo, and it's important to know that we are not Wasee, we are Wasee, meaning we are members. It's a group, it's a kind of peers, it's a peer thing. It's a peer thing. So we might be old, but we don't consider ourselves to be old.
You're young at heart.
We have partnered with one of us twice. We've done what we call Zoezi Mtaani, and I think many people know about Zoezi Mtaani because it just doesn't feature around Jericho and Harambee Ward. His aim, he's called Sila. His aim is to talk about drug abuse and alcoholism and inspire people, and especially looking at it from a fitness and health angle. So that's what we have used as our platform to communicate about drug abuse and alcoholism and show people that you can use that to overcome some of those temptations that we have. Okay.
I'd love you to talk about the level of support that you receive from the community. How have your efforts been received so far with regard to inspiring the next crop of trailblazers?
Okay. like I said, we are creating a platform, and it's we are hoping it's going to grow. The platform is going to grow. We work like these programs, like the Zoezi Mtaani, we take it back to the community. When we are having a medical camp, we take it to the nearest health center and have the community enjoy it. So we are trying to work with the community to run these programs, creating even a platform like now the Jericho Hall of Fame is about inspiration. So we hope going ahead, that will take it further, where it will be used as a mentorship program, where we are going to get to talk to the youth and school-going children, even the very young ones, in their schools, in the groups that they have, just interacting with them to show, using these trailblazers and the Mtaa achievers to come back and talk to these people and work with them and use our resources that we have. They might not be much, but seeing what programs then we can run in the neighborhood. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the Hall of Fame. What does it take to be inducted into that Hall of Fame? Because you can be nominated, but being inducted, those are two different things.
We actually have a criteria of, like I said, we call on nominations from the community through WhatsApp group, through social media. We then have a steering committee that is working that works. This is the second edition that we have that puts together the event. But also we have a subcommittee from that steering group that deals with just the recognition element, which they collect the nominees, shortlist, but we have gone further and gotten adjudicators, independent adjudicators, who are going to look at the nominees. And when you're being nominated, there has to be a comprehensive citation. We definitely are in the teething stages. Our citations might not be standard, so it's how I will view you. That's how I'll write your story. The next person, the next nominee will be given a different citation, and very few contribute, maybe just for clarification, very few contribute to their citations. Which means it's how people see you. That's what they are writing, the story they see, they know about you. What have you done? How am I nominating you? So then those go to the independent adjudicators, and they'll sit. I don't know whether they have sat, but I know on the 27th we are expecting names of the people they will select. This year we have 18. Last year I think we had 12. So we hope this year they'll come up with a name or two or 5. Never know, maybe the 18. Yeah.
So, and once you are inducted, it comes with the responsibility of giving back to the community?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But there are some who are posthumous, so then the family, of course, we expect that they will they'll help help us in participating in the community.
Because it's about giving back to the community?
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, I'd love to hear your views on how community-based organizations can contribute positively and inspire people or the generation and enhance them and enhance their life.
I think it's what can I say? Wow, it's a tough question. By just starting where you are at. Where would you want your community? How would you want your community to look like? Is what I can say. Definitely, when we grew up in our neighborhood, we knew that as our community. We did whatever we could to make it a better place to live in, and I think that is how most people need to also just come back and see, okay, this place is not how I would have wanted it to be. So what else can I do? And it brought me up. It's more of a village thing. The village that
it takes a village
to raise up a child. So you were brought up and you achieved in this village. So what else can you come back and do in that village to make it even a better place, to inspire more people to achieve and to inspire more people to trailblaze, so, to be in touch.
Yes, the idea of being in touch.
Yes. Don't
go there, make it, and then forget about where you come from.
You have to come back.
So, like forming a CBS, like bringing them together so that they can have a collective responsibility where they can impact people positively.
Yes, and that's why I called it a platform.
Yes.
Because then individually you might not be able to do it.
To do much.
I might want to come back and give back to the community as Catherine, but I'm limited. But when you're together, the spirit of Harambee, you can do more.
Yes, that's true. Now, of course, in your efforts, you're looking to especially inspire the younger people. Now, how has it been dealing with them, given they have diverse needs and they like diverse things? How has the experience been so far?
Okay, maybe I can even just go back and say, first of all, the CBO, for you to be a member, you have to be over 35. Because then under 35s are really served by the government, the communities. They have platforms to whatever. But for us, we thought, even for us to have some impact, you have to have people who are a bit mature for you to command some respect. The CBO is not just about people who grew up there and left. It also has members who are still living there, the residents themselves who are living there. So even when we sit around the table, we are discussing about real issues that also affect those people who are in the CBO because they are members. So we talk about member A, he lives in Jericho. So he'll tell us about their challenges, and then we'll see how we can address the challenges as the CBO together. So we are not just bringing what we think should be, they are also telling us what they need, their needs. So we have some kind of, we address the needs of the community real time. So we work with them, we work with the youth. We also expect, we have people like Musila who are very good at mobilizing the community. So he'll go mobilize them, tell them this is what the CBO is doing, would like you to participate in ABCD. Like even in the Hall of Fame, we are expecting them to play a role as the youth, and even the children, the school-going children in that community, they'll also be playing a simple role. Yeah.
Now, of course, bringing people who have impacted the community back to where they came from means that they will interact with the people who are already living there. Are there initiatives that you have that the young generation can network with the already established trailblazers that you have recognized?
Not yet, because we are in discussion with having, like I said, mentorship programs with the school, and we hope to invite, once we have the structures to run the mentorship programs, we want to involve the schools that are around, the schools being Rabai Road, Jericho, we have Harambee, which are the county schools. So we are hoping to start those programs. We actually don't have them, but they are in our strategy. We actually work, like I said, we are very well constituted. We even have a strategic plan. So we are currently designing and working on how to come up with those programs.
Yes. Now, involvement with the local groups of people within the community is important. And it has impacted on the objective of inspiring and empowering the next crop of generation. What do you look forward to in having to achieve? Like, what is your major, what is that one thing that you look forward to in as far as inspiring the next crop of generation trailblazers is concerned?
We can actually stand out and say we have a very large group of trailblazers who have come from Mtaa. And we want, even in another 20 years, to have a bigger number, maybe 3 times, through inspiring them, talking to them, trying to address the challenges that we have in the community, things like drug abuse and alcoholism, lack of jobs, which is a big challenge, not just in the Mtaa. We'd like to address that idleness. What can we do as that neighborhood to make money, to not even just look for jobs? Yes, I went to school, or I have gone to school, but what else can I do to make myself better and to earn a living and to excel? So we need to get to the place where what are the resources that we have on the ground that we can actually use to support our youth?
Yes.
Yeah, and our community.
Yes. I'd love to hear your views on how community-based organizations can take advantage of technology to reach more people and inspire the next generation. Everybody has a smartphone. I mean, most of us have a smartphone. Yeah.
Katululus, like they are being called, quite few. Nowadays, there are cheap phones that are smartphones, up to even 5,000. You'll get a good phone.
Yes.
Where people, they can have Facebook, they can have WhatsApp. They actually would be on social media. They are on Instagram. So we intend to use those platforms to communicate to our youth. And we also have there is one very big platform called Jericho in My Heart. It's a Facebook page where people post many things, what is going on in Jericho. So those people get updated on those forums. So we hope to continue using them and to use them more, if we are not using them at all, to use them more to communicate to the youth and to inspire them, to mentor them, to show them and to have discussions with them on how we can make our lives better, our Mtaa better.
Your parting shot as we close. Inspire someone.
We have a slogan. It's called Mtaa Bora ni mimi na wewe for the CBO. And so it's, yes, we need to come together to make the Mtaa better. And for me is to invite you. I don't know whether you've been to the Mtaa. I don't know whether you know about Eastlands. Maybe you can just tell me whether you know Eastlands.
I know Donholm.
That's a very small part of Eastlands. So yes, karibuni.
Yes.
Would like we have our event on the 27th of January, this coming Saturday. We want to invite as many people as they can, and even KBC to come capture the event, see what we do. Yes.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
And continue inspiring the next generation of trailblazers.
Thank you.
Your efforts are much appreciated. We have been talking to Catherine Waweru, who is the chairperson of Wasee Wazamo, which is a community-based organization in Harambee Ward. That is Jericho?
Yes, Harambee Ward, not just Jericho, Buruburu.
Buruburu. Okay, this has been Women at the Forefront. Good Morning Kenya takes a short break. My name is Mike Migwi.